Hello, this is Chris from the Cinema Savvy Movie Podcast, and I'm back with a new reaction video today, and oh boy, have I been waiting for this one. This is the Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales official trailer 1, or I guess the official teaser trailer. And this was a complete surprise one. Like, I think me and no one knew that this was going to be a thing, and then last night, because I like the Pirates of the Caribbean page on Facebook, there was a teaser to the teaser, which was like a 10-second video saying that the full trailer, I think, was going to be screened during the ad break on Fear the Walking Dead. And then I checked my sub box last night, and then I saw it there, and I really, really wanted to watch it. The temptation was there, but I thought I'll save it till the morning so I can get a reaction out for you guys, me watching it for the first time. So I'm going to go into my thoughts on Pirates of the Caribbean a lot after and talk about the series in general, but you should know that I guess I'd call myself a Pirates of the Caribbean fan. I love the first movie. I think that's by far the best one out of the franchise. I think a lot of people say that. But I don't hate Dead Man's Chest, and I don't hate At World's End. I will agree that they are needlessly complicated, overly long, and everything that, all the faults that everyone picks with them. But I find them thoroughly entertaining movies. I watched them not too long back, actually, and I still really, really like them. And the soundtracks as well are fantastic. The fourth one didn't happen. It felt like a complete straight to DVD, straight to TV fan film, and it didn't work. It was terrible. I hated it. And to me, that's almost killed the franchise. So I'm really hoping that this one brings it back and gets me pumped for Pirates of the Caribbean again, because I do want to have that feeling again. So we're going to watch the trailer together now. I'm going to give my thoughts on it afterwards. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. So I'm going to click play now. George also told me that the music in this trailer sounds a lot like the Game of Thrones Season 6 finale one. It kind of does. Like zombies again by the looks of it.
Jack Sparrow. Do you know this pirate?
Only by name.
Find Sparrow for me and relay a message from Capitan Salazar and tell him death will come straight for him. Would you say that to him, please?
Javier Bardem looks pretty cool. Kind of just like Davy Jones, but... And I love that logo. Awesome. To me, this one looks like a very back-to-basics approach. 4 kind of went on a massive tangent, and as I said, I hated on Stranger Tides. I thought it was just bad beginning to end. It didn't feel like Pirates of the Caribbean. It definitely felt like a different take. This one feels like Pirates of the Caribbean again, and this is just on a teaser trailer, so that could all change when I see the movie. We'll talk Javier Bardem, because he's kind of the main focus of this one, and I like, actually, for a teaser trailer, for Pirates of the Caribbean, that doesn't show off Jack Sparrow, a franchise that's completely beholden to the Johnny Depp character. I mean, if he leaves, where does that leave the franchise? It would just end. But I like that they're introducing just the villain in the teaser trailer. That's really kind of cool. Especially Javier Bardem, who's a fantastic actor. No Country for Old Men. In that movie, he's absolutely just terrifying. I didn't like Skyfall. I know a lot of people do. I didn't like Skyfall, and I didn't particularly like Javier Bardem in that movie, but by God, can he play a good villain when he wants to, and he's a fantastic actor, so I'm looking forward to seeing him in this. As I said at the end of the reaction, he does kind of just look like Davy Jones. And I'm not sure how much we really needed to see another, like, zombie crew or ghost crew. I think on the synopsis it says ghost pirates, but let's be honest, they're just fucking zombies. You know, the whole black goo coming out of the mouth, like the grotesque, horrible look, the pale skin. Looks a lot like It actually looks a lot like Bootstrap Bill from Dead Man's Chest and At World's End, and even the kind of bedraggled look on his clothes and everything like that. So it doesn't look anything new there, and it does feel like a sense of like, okay, we've been there, done this, but maybe they want to do a back to basics approach after the fourth one. I know the fourth one was a commercial success, but it wasn't a critical success. And to be honest, neither were 2 and 3. But as I said, I still enjoy those. We also need to talk about the character that Captain Salazar approaches in the trailer. Now, judging by the thumbnail I've seen and what he looks like, I think this is pretty dead set that this is going to be Will Turner's kid, especially because Orlando Bloom, I don't know if he's rumoured to be in this movie or if it's actually confirmed that he's going to be in this movie, but I mean, if you've got him, and you've got his son there, you've got the whole father-son dynamic again, and maybe eventually they'll want to do like a passing of the torch and Will Turner's kid will be the main one in it. And it has been, next year will be 10 years. And if you remember the end credits scene of At World's End, where you see Keira Knightley with the son, and the time difference, if it is 10 years later, it would kind of make sense with how old he is in this trailer. So I think that's definitely going to be him, and they're probably saving it for a big reveal, but I think it's pretty obvious, even in terms of how he looks and how he's dressed. He looks very much like Will Turner from the first movie. As I said, though, they didn't use Johnny Depp in this trailer, which was definitely a welcome change. What's really going to be the tell for this movie is if people actually go and see this one, because it feels to me like a franchise that has just kind of died. To me, it died after the third one. Like, I love the third one, but it ended, and it felt like an end to a trilogy. The ending of the third one mirrored the ending to the first one. Boom, credits, awesome Hans Zimmer score. That was it, that was done. And then, 4 years later, I think it was, then On Stranger Tides came out. I think that was 2011. And as I said, I hated it. It just didn't feel like Pirates of the Caribbean, and it felt tired. That movie, you could see the cast, they felt tired playing these parts again. And people watching it didn't seem to be as invested in it or anything like that. And since then, like, it's a franchise that no one talks about. I've never seen anyone saying, like, oh, I'd love another Pirates of the Caribbean movie. It felt very much like Pirates of the Caribbean was a phase, it was done, move on to the next thing. So it'll be interesting to see how this one performs if people do come out in droves and actually see it. I mean, of course, I'll see it. I've seen the other 4. It's a franchise that I liked. So I will absolutely be at this one, but it'll be interesting to see how it performs, not just for the franchise itself, but also for Johnny Depp, because let's be honest, recently he's had a lot of flops. The best film I would say he's been in the last few years is definitely Black Mass, and he was fantastic in that role, and I want to see Johnny Depp doing more roles like that. I think the whole sort of like colourful clown, as he is in most of his Tim Burton films, or even the Jack Sparrow character, I think are getting very tired. Now, I will be honest, Johnny Depp is a fantastic actor, and he really does put himself into all the roles he plays. And when Curse of the Black Pearl came out, the Jack Sparrow character was very fresh. We hadn't seen anything like that, really, how he modelled it off Keith Richards and everything like that. But then, since then, he seemed to become a parody of himself in the franchise, and with all the other roles he's been doing, like Mordecai, which was a massive flop, Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass, which didn't perform great, and a lot of other ones he's been doing really haven't been hitting, and it's that thing now as to whether Johnny Depp is a drawing point as a star. So it'll be interesting to see as well if this one performs well and people still support the character, because if not, then I think Johnny Depp's career might be in a bit of a stalemate, to be honest, because these are the roles that he's kind of built himself up for, and if people aren't going to see them, if people aren't supporting them, then where does that leave him? But no, I'm definitely looking forward to this. I thought it was a cool teaser, and the whole hunt for Jack Sparrow on the Wanted poster, that's classic Jack Sparrow. Sets up the adventure, gets us asking questions about it. The water shots with the ships look fantastic, and it's actually nice to see proper ships on water again. Whether we're going to get ship combat, which I really hope we do, because that was one thing that was massively missing from the fourth one, in my opinion. They set up for a cannon battle in that fourth film, and then chicken out of it, because they clearly didn't have the budget. I know filming on water is really, really expensive, and if we're talking budget, if this is the case, the budget for this movie is $320 million, which is absolutely insane. I think that is almost close to what the third movie's budget was, and for a long time that was the highest budget for a film in existence. I think that was 350 mil. I might be wrong, but 320 is pretty damn close. And then you've got to think of all the marketing and the advertisements and everything like that that's going to go on top of that. So you're looking at double that. You're looking at about a 700 mil budget in total, which is absolutely insane. Now, if this one's got to make like $1 billion to really do it justice, I think. Whether it's going to hit that, I have no idea, but 320 mil for a single film is absolutely ridiculous, and I can only think that that's going to be down to like the ship combat or just seeing ships on sea. As I said, filming on water is really, really expensive, and I think that's what bumped the cost up for At World's End. But I mean, if it looks great, fantastic, but I just don't know if Disney are going to make their budget on this, considering it is that high. Last thing I'll say as well, I know I'm going on for a long time on this one, but I've never really talked Pirates of the Caribbean on the channel before. The music isn't done by Hans Zimmer in this one, it's done by Jeff Zanelli. Jeff Zanelli is a protege of Hans Zimmer. He's worked with him on a lot of his scores before, so he knows the drill, he knows his style, and actually he scored some really great stuff on his own as well. There was a TV miniseries in the early 2000s called Into the West. I don't know if many people have seen it. It's based on the whole Native American history and everything that went along with that. It was a 6-part miniseries. I think it was produced by Steven Spielberg, and it's a fantastic TV show. I haven't heard many people talk about it. But if you haven't seen it and you're into that kind of history, I definitely suggest watching it. It's a fantastic series, and the music in it is amazing. That's one of the things that just lasted with me since I watched it. Like, I still remember the themes to that, and Jeff Zanelli composed the music to that. I don't know if he composed just the main theme to it, or if he composed the whole soundtrack, but it's a great soundtrack. It's a great TV series, so I suggest anyone who hasn't seen that, give it a watch if you can find it. But no, I'm excited for this one. The trailer hasn't got me massively pumped, but it's got me asking questions about it, and I think it's what the goal of this trailer was, and I think what Disney know is trying to ease people back into Pirates of the Caribbean, because I mean, it has been 6 years, and that is a long time to wait for a sequel. So yeah, that'll do it for my reaction to Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. Be sure to comment, subscribe, let me know what you thought of this trailer, let me know what your favourite Pirates of the Caribbean movie is, or what you think of the franchise in general, and are you tired of the whole Johnny Depp shtick at this point? Anything you like, please do drop me a comment. In terms of what's coming up on the channel, there'll be a lot more movie reviews. There's a lot of stuff going on at the minute behind the scenes with the channel, which should be all ironed out at the end of October, and then in November we've got Harry Potter month, and then December we've got Star Wars month, so there's lots of stuff planned, loads of shows we do on the channel. Please do hit that subscribe button, it is the best way to keep up with all of our content, and yeah, that will do it for me. Until the next video, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.